Tiffany Henyard, from supermayor to super mess. Yes, you heard that right. Tiffany A. Henyard is no longer the mayor of Dalton. And if that wasn't big enough, word is spreading fast that she's also been booted from her Thornton Township supervisor seat, which means that whole supermayor nickname she crowned herself with, complete with the cape she wore to boost her image, might finally be retired. But let's keep it real. Whether she holds a title or not, Tiffany will always be supermayor in the worst way possible. The scandals, the chaos, the non-stop cover-ups. That's the legacy she leaves behind. Titles can be stripped, but the wreckage remains. And right now, she's facing the most serious reckoning of her career. No more dodging. No more hiding. The walls are closing in. Tiffany is racking up potential $1,000 fines every single day for refusing to hand over public records she's legally obligated to release. A Cook County judge has had enough. She's officially been summoned to court. Not on Zoom, not with an email. In person. This is happening the first Friday of June, and here's the kicker. If she blows this off like everything else, it's not just fines anymore. We're talking contempt charges, handcuffs, and real jail time. The same woman who once strutted through Dalton and Thornton like they were her personal empire could end up behind bars accused of abusing her power, hiding records, and treating taxpayer money like play money. Deny, deflect, distract. The Henyard playbook? Let's rewind to one of the most jaw-dropping board meetings during Tiffany's reign. Picture it. She's sitting there, cool as ever, declaring, "I don't handle anything related to credit cards." Like she was totally detached from the financial mess swirling around her. But wait, weren't some of those charges tied directly to her? Flights to Vegas, fancy dinners, first-class upgrades? Trustees pressed her. She smirked, "Of course I know," before dodging the actual questions. "Any other questions?" She shot back smugly. "Yes. Tiffany. Plenty. Like why township credit cards show charges at CAF. Hollywood and hot and juicy crawfish right off the Vegas Strip." Her response? "I just answered that. Except, no, she didn't." That was her entire playbook. Deny, deflect, distract, paint the media as villains, accuse trustees of personal grudges, cry racism, sexism, and political hate. But the receipts don't lie. Vacations masquerading as business, those credit card statements tell the real story. Tiffany wasn't traveling alone. She was bringing township officials and their spouses on political vacations disguised as government business. Every dollar came from taxpayers. While blowing public money, she also padded her salary with travel stipends from out-of-state trips. Trips that often had zero to do with Dalton or Thornton. She was double-dipping. But when watchdog groups and residents demanded accountability, she stonewalled. Watchdogs versus supermayor. That's where watchdog groups like Edgar County Watchdogs stepped in. They filed FOIA requests. They asked for receipts, statements, meeting notes, the basics. Tiffany ignored them. She acted like these public documents were nuclear launch codes. Even after losing her offices, she clung to those records. Why? Because what's already leaked is damning. Take the Lightfoot report and outside investigation into her spending. Even that only scratched the surface. The $150,000 SUV, remember the luxury SUV? A shiny Chevy Tahoe with a base price of $93,000. That alone raised eyebrows. But the scandal was the least deal. She signed paperwork that ballooned the cost to nearly $150,000 after interest and fees. That's $55,000 wasted on one car. A trustee even joked it looked like a teenager signing a loan at 27% interest. And the paperwork doesn't lie. Lease signed December 27, 2022. Base price, $93,216. Interest, $55,929. Final tab, $149,146. When pressed in public, Tiffany brushed it off. "I don't see that. Like someone brought her the wrong latte." The overtime circus in the SUV was just the appetizer. Her so-called security detail was even wilder. Instead of relying on normal police coverage, Tiffany created her own VIP entourage. Take Officer Terry Young. This man clocked 303 hours in a single 2-week period. Do the math. There are only 336 hours in 14 days. That left him just 33 hours total for sleeping, eating, and being human. Unless he was working in his dreams, the numbers don't check. His paycheck for those 2 weeks? Over $13,000. That's more than most people make in 3 months. The blame game. So how did Tiffany react when these scandals hit daylight? Classic Henyard strategy. Blame everybody else. Trustees? Jealous betrayers? Journalists? Twisting facts? Critics? Racist, sexist haters? Everyone's the enemy except her. But this isn't just embarrassing anymore. It's a legal disaster. The Cook County judge is out of patience. Tiffany must physically show up in court and explain why she's still withholding public records. If she doesn't, that's contempt. That's jail. That's cuffs. The same supermayor who strutted around City Hall could soon be walking into a holding cell. The federal heat, and don't think this is just courtroom drama. The feds are circling. Word is the FBI has opened investigations into misuse of public funds and retaliation against political rivals. The Illinois Attorney General's office is reportedly in the mix too. Even stripped of every title, Tiffany left behind wreckage that new leadership is still trying to clean up. The Poplio mess. Dalton's new mayor, Jason House, has already found himself drowning in bizarre legal battles tied to Tiffany's mess. One example: the fight over the historic home of Dalton icon Poplio. That fiasco is a storm all its own, but the fact it even landed on House's desk proves the chaos Tiffany left behind. Tiffany's excuse: I don't control everything. Tiffany's favorite excuse has always been the same: I'm just the face of Dalton. I don't control everything. But that line doesn't fly anymore. Not with investigators. Not with judges. Not with taxpayers. Especially not with signed contracts, receipts, and payroll documents pointing directly to her. The Facebook spin, and just when you think she's finally going to sit down and stay quiet, boom, she pops up on Facebook Live. It's all lies. The media is out to get me. They're targeting a strong black woman in power. Her classic spin: it's not about what I did, it's about who I am. Maybe that still lands with a handful of loyal supporters. But for most people, patience is gone. Folks want proof. Folks want accountability. And the receipts are stacking higher than the excuses. Supermayor 2. Super evicted. Honestly, this saga could be its own reality show. Wall-to-wall courtroom coverage. Live-streamed drama. No edits. No spin. Just raw chaos. And if the day comes where footage leaks of her being held in contempt, if cuffs really do snap on, you already know it'll be broken down frame by frame. Because this isn't just a Dalton story. It's a warning shot. To every city, every township, every voter, watch who you give power to. Hype fades fast. Corruption leaves scars. Here's the reality check. Tiffany is still sitting on public records. A judge has ordered her to show up in person. If she refuses, if she stalls, if she plays games, it's jail time. The fines are already stacking by the day. And without her big paychecks, the money crunch is coming. Reports say she's even behind on rent. Eviction could be her next headline. From supermayor to super evicted, that's where this is headed. The final question now, the ball's in your court. What happens next? Does Tiffany finally face real consequences? Does the system actually hold her accountable? Or does she pull another disappearing act and somehow dodge it all again? Maybe this is all smoke and mirrors, a distraction while the real players keep cashing out. But one thing's certain: the clock is ticking, the money's gone, and there's nowhere left for her to run. So smash that like. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit subscribe, follow the socials, and stay locked in. Because this saga isn't over, and the next chapter might just be the wildest yet.